Hey everybody, before this video begins, I do have an update to my final conclusion at the end. So I want to put this in here so that you knew there was a little bit more at the end than originally planned. So with that, let's start the video. Hey everybody, it is Mica, and I want to take a moment to answer some questions because I've actually gotten quite a few DMs of people asking me about my chair because they see it in every one of my videos, they see it whenever I'm on a stream, and they are shopping around for a gaming chair. So today, that is what we're going to do. I'm going to have all questions answered about my Secretlab chair. So let's just get right into it. So yes, we're going to talk about the Secretlab Titan, which is the chair that I personally got. Now I got this in February, so I've had it approximately 7 months, and even before people started sending me messages asking me about it, I was actually planning on doing a review, but I wanted to hold off and wait because when I was actually researching this chair, a lot of the reviews I found were people who were doing initial unboxings and giving first impressions or giving impressions of what they thought just a couple weeks or a month out after owning it, or they just wanted to talk about a lot of the features this chair has, because this chair does have a ton of features. From what it's made out of to how you can customize it, how it tilts, how far it lays back, this chair is chock full of features. But I didn't want to talk about that because, like I said, it's been done ad nauseum. And I also want to talk about what it's like to live with this chair on a day-to-day basis. So that is what I'm doing today. If you do want to find more about all the different features of this chair, what it's made out of and all that stuff, I do have the Secretlab official site linked below, and that should answer all of those questions. But let's talk about what it's like actually living day to day with this chair, because I do live pretty much in this chair. I'm at my desk a lot. I work on my videos at my desk. I write, I draw, I play a lot of video games at my desk, and I spend probably more hours at my desk than I want to admit. So my butt's in the seat for a long time each day. Now, one of the things I think is important to answer first is why I decided to go with a more expensive chair. Why I decided to go with an actual gaming chair instead of just an office chair. And that is because I actually had to go to the doctor a few years ago because I started having really bad back spasms and I started having pain actually going down my legs, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I had to do physical therapy, the whole kit and caboodle. And one of the things I talked about was I need to get a good chair because the majority of my problems were related to bad posture. And a good chair keeps you in good posture. And so I went down and I actually initially bought just a better quality office chair, but the pain persisted. I still kept throwing my back out. There was just a whole lot of problems going on. So I decided I was going to do everything possible outside of the exercise, the yoga, and everything that they had me doing. And I was just going to do all those other little things. And a chair, I decided, was one of the things I should focus on. Now, they are a little bit more expensive, but the way I justify that is furniture is expensive. I spent over $2,000 on a couch recently, and I barely spent any time on that couch. So spending $400 on a chair that I spend hours in every day is worth it, in my opinion. And it's something you shouldn't skimp out on, especially because of posture reasons. But let's get into the nitty gritty. So I decided to get a Titan over an Omega because it's a little bit bigger, and I didn't want to take the chance of the Omega being too small. And I was like, a bigger chair is going to be better for me than a smaller chair. When I ordered it, it was a Monday, and I think I got it on a Thursday. I was actually really impressed with how quickly I got this chair. I was really surprised because I was expecting it to be like 2-3 weeks around before I got it, and I got it in actually 3 days. So that made me super happy right off the bat. I opened it up, it of course came in pieces, and I was really surprised at how easy it was to put together. The instructions they give you are incredibly well written. There's photos. I mean, it's hard to get this thing wrong putting it together. So delivery and construction was superb. Now, when I first got this chair, I brought it in my room, and the first thing I did was adjust the lumbar support, because for me, lumbar support is extremely important due to my back and my back issues. And I was incredibly impressed right off the bat just with the lumbar. This chair has better lumbar support than any chair I have ever sat in for any length of time whatsoever. I was amazed at this chair's lumbar support. So most chairs, when you buy them, it feels like they just have a bar that moves back and forth. And when that chair starts to wear down, you can really feel that bar poking into your back. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is underneath all this, but when you change the lumbar support, you can tell there's more than just a bar moving in. It feels like this whole chair adjusts, and it's not just, something in there just poking you in the back. So I was incredibly impressed. This chair, even to this day, 7 months later, this lumbar support I feel is incredibly impressive. It's not gone down whatsoever. It's still just as strong as it always was. This lumbar support is amazing. And one feature I thought I was never going to use was this pillow. I was like, well, this pillow, I've never had a pillow on my chair before, so am I actually going to use it? But I could not imagine using this chair without this pillow at this point. It's so nice and it's so soft, and it keeps your head in a very, very good position, and it keeps your posture, it helps keep your posture very well. I absolutely am in love with all of that. The arms, when it comes to the arms are also very surprising because they are soft, but they're not too soft, and they're firm, but they're not too firm. And actually, that's going to lead me into talking about the overall firmness of this chair, because it is more firm than your standard chair. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. Now, when I was reading reviews, some people were talking about, oh my God, the chair is a rock, it's so hard to sit on. But that's simply not true. It's firmer, so if you're coming from just those very plush chairs, it's probably going to be quite a shock. And even with me, I wasn't really sitting on too plush of a chair, but even with me, it was kind of uncomfortable for the first couple days while my body adjusted to being on something firmer, but I got used to it really fast. And according to my doctor, having something firm is actually preferable to having something super plush because it holds you better, it keeps you in place. And plush is more comfortable in the short term, but it's very detrimental to your back in the long term. So firm is good. And I like the fact that it actually it's kind of built like a car seat. So it kind of hugs you. When you sit, it kind of hugs you, and it makes you feel comfortable. It's really good. So I was really impressed with all that. Now, I do have to say as well that the thing that I was the most surprised of was, like I said, I was having a lot of back problems. I was having a lot of pain and everything. And when I first got this, I was in the process of a lot of pain. I was getting pain in my shoulder, throughout my chest, in my back. My legs were still bothering me. I was getting a lot of pain in my arm. I actually thought I might be having a heart problem because I was getting pain in my arm, the whole kit and caboodle. But the moment I got this, I sat down, I started using it. That pain all literally disappeared within 24 hours, and it had been bothering me for months and months. So yeah, pain all disappeared within 24 hours and it has yet to come back, and I give this chair credit for that. So this chair is a godsend when it comes to my back. This chair is a godsend when it comes to my posture. I am so incredibly impressed with the ergonomics of this chair and how it's helped me, stay pain-free for so long. But of course, not everything is perfect. So let's go into what I did not like about this chair. So after I had it for about 2 or 3 months, I sat in it and it went all the way down to the floor. Now, I think it's important to note, I am not rough on my chairs. I do not throw myself down on my chairs. I'm not dancing in my seat. I'm not fidgeting a lot. So I was surprised. It just went down. I couldn't get it back up. I had to click the lever, go and pull it back up. But then I hit that lever again and it went down, and I had to pull it back up again. And I was very perplexed. Well, I contacted customer service, who was amazing. Actually, the Secretlab customer service was some of the best customer service I have ever dealt with. They were quick, they were friendly, I never had to wait more than 24 hours to a response with any question or anything. So I was really impressed with that. But what they told me was to send them a video, which I did, and they said it was the piston below, it was faulty, and they would send me a replacement part. They just wanted to make sure I could get my chair apart first. Well, they sent me a disassembly video. I tried that disassembly. I tried everything on that disassembly video. I over and over and over again, I cannot get this chair to come apart for the life of me. And I even started damaging the chair, trying to get it apart, doing exactly what they told me to do. So I was very upset because I was just like, God, I can't get this thing apart, you know. And the pistons, and it was kind of bouncy because the piston was bad, and I just didn't know what to do. And I was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with their customer service, and they kept trying to have me do new things, and I couldn't do it. I even sent them pictures of the damage I was doing to my chair, trying to do what they were telling me. So they finally said, you want to know what? Can you get the whole base off? And I said, yes. They said, cool. We will just send you a whole new base, but it's going to take a while because we have parts missing from our warehouse. And I was like, well, that's cool. You know, whenever you can get it to me. They gave me a date, and they said, it'll be here by this date. It was July something. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, all said and done, it took about 2 to 3 months to get my chair repaired. So that was kind of a drag. But they did send me a whole new bottom piece, and I took the whole bottom piece off. I put the new one on, and it's been perfect ever since. Now that's been a few months. This actually bottom piece has lasted longer than the one I initially had, I think, anyway. So that is fine. But then something else happened, and this actually happened quite recently. I actually noticed this just 2 days ago. This is a tear in the fabric of my chair. And the reason I got fabric to begin with was because I've never had a problem with fabric before. I always have a problem with PU leather, but I never have had a problem with a fabric chair before. I've never had this issue. PU leather, I always have this issue because it cracks and it gets all funky and everything, and I didn't want to deal with that, so I got the fabric, and now I'm having to deal with this. This is an expensive chair. I never had this when it came to like a $100 chair. So now I'm gonna have to contact customer service again and send them pictures and have to go through that whole kit and caboodle. And hopefully I can get repair work done on this base. So there's that. So now that we've come to the end, you're probably wondering, so do you recommend this chair or do you not recommend this chair? And I honestly can't answer that. So I'm completely in love with this chair on one hand because I love what it does for my health. I love what it does for my back. I love how good I feel. I love all that. But at the same time, I've already had to have the base replaced, and I already have a hole worn in the seat. These are expensive chairs. I expected this chair to last me for years, and I've only had it for 7 months, and I've already had those issues. Now I'm going to contact customer service, and I'm going to send them pictures of this hole, and I'm going to see what they are going to do about it. If they do send me a replacement part, which they should because it's still under warranty, I will do another review in another 6-8 months, something like that, and give you a follow-up on whether or not. But I don't know right now. I was going to get another one for another room, and I just don't know if I should at this point. So if I get that part and it doesn't last, then I'll definitely go with a different brand and try that out. But like I said, I love this chair, so I hope that it's just a faulty part. I hope it's just a faulty chair because I love it. I love it so much, but I just can't justify spending that much money on a chair that's going to last me less than a year. So there you go. That's everything I have to say. That's what I tell people when they ask me about it. So if you have any more questions about this chair, please leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as I possibly can, as honestly as I can. And that is it. So take this information and make your own decision. And as per the usual, it has been a hoot. Until next time, have fun. Alright, so here's the little update. I wanted to do it this way because I already filmed my whole video and I didn't want to go back and have to refilm it. But I contacted Secretlab and I told them about the hole in my upholstery and I sent them pictures of it too, and they responded promptly within 24 hours again. And they told me, nope, I'm not going to do it. We do not cover that. Our warranty does not cover that. Does not cover any wear and tear of the fabric or the upholstery. So there's nothing we can do, but we will send you a whole new chair base for the low price of $50. Yep, they want to charge me another $50. I mean, this chair was kind of a treat to myself, and it was a blessing because of what it did for my back, but at the same time, the durability just hasn't been there. Like I said, it's 7 months old, and I've already had to have the entire bottom mechanism replaced. And now I have a hole in the seat, and you can't really see on the video, but it's not really even a worn hole. It's not like something was rubbing against the fabric. It looks like the fabric just kind of split open, not even cut, just that the fibers kind of came apart, like it's a weak spot in the fabric. So I'm going to let you take this information and do what you will with it. I'm, again, not going to say I don't recommend this chair, and I'm not going to say I do recommend this chair. But you have the complete information. You have everything I like about this chair and everything I really do not like about this chair. And go from there with your decision. Shop wisely. So with that, I'm out. Have fun.